Final race of the day is the Thermo Clubman Saloon cars. They've got that situation sorted out in turn number 1 as the Clubmans roll out onto the track for their final race and also the final race of the day. Let's have a look and see. Michael is here, should be out there. He's in Class A. He had a horror show. There you see the car. Now that is a BMW that's coming towards us with a bit of smoke coming out the back. That looks like the Dexter Bruce car. No, it's not. That is Joseph Hendricks. That is sliding that car from side to side, or weaving that car from side to side.
You know, as Frankie gets a little bit busy on the phone, I mean, I'm going to chat to you, Gary, about it. But, I mean, we've seen some incredible action-packed Clubman's racing before, but we haven't seen a race like race 1 in a long time, especially with so little cars. But what were your thoughts on this round so far?
Clubman's racing historically has been around for many, many years at Killarney International Raceway, and it's gone through so many different phases and changes through the years. I've got a personal interest in it because of the fact that my daughter used to race in the class. And yeah, at this stage of the fight, with all the rule changes that have been made, there's been lots of ups and downs, but the basis remains the same of a Clubman's, and that is you can drive what you want, whatever mixture you want, doesn't really matter. It goes according to the lap times that you do, and that is how you get split up between the different classes. With the modern era, the cars getting quicker and quicker, that is basically what has caused a bit of concern as to, obviously, the quicker cars become more and more expensive. The tires go quicker, the brakes go quicker. You start braking standard diffs, and clutches don't last anymore because you've got to do fancy clutches. So the whole discussion goes in general in the last couple of years about the balance between modern era and cost to be able to put a car out there on the circuit. And then also the definition between Clubman's and any of the other classes as well. So yeah, it all evolves in time.
Ooh, there's a car's pulling into pits. Dexter Bruce. He's one of them. There's 2 of them pulling into pit lane.
That was the Beamer that was smoking.
No, that was Joseph Hendricks. This is Dexter Bruce that's coming down pit lane. There's the one that you saw a bit smoking. That's Joseph Hendricks. So Dexter Bruce is coming down the pit lane, and that is all over for Dex. Wow. And then the John De Silva, yes. Wow. Okay, I'm not sure what the situation is here.
So Frankie, is that definition of it's over before it starts?
Yeah, that's done for De Silva and for Bruce. Over. Unless they're going to be pit lane starters.
That's possible.
Yes, they're going to be pit lane starters. I'm not sure why, but they are going to be pit lane starters.
Well, at least they got the opportunity to then warm the tires up a little bit, so they're not cold pit line starters. So I suppose that if that be the case, then it's well laid out, well thought out. Let them go out, get a bit of temperature in, make sure it's all ayoba, and you can go from there. Well, look at that. What a beautiful camera shot for the folks at home with the setting sun here in a beautiful Cape Town. The camera's actually giving you a lot more light than what there actually is out there. 5 o'clock supposed to be the official cutoff for making noise, but we've still got this one to go. 8 laps of action. Line Property Management, round number 3, Regional Racing, Killarney International 2024. And this sponsored by Thermo.
Right, so as they as they work their way through turn number 5, as they work through turn number 5, Fostron corner, all neatly bunched out of Fostron. There I see Eva de Toy in the Ford Falcon, which picked up Lee Fielding in that blue BMW. Is the last car before we see the 2 recovery vehicles, or the chase vehicles as they refer to them. Right, coming down to the line, Lesieur and Heidenrich is in pole position. Gaza, take them away.
Wait for those lights to change. It shows 8 laps. You can see it on the board on the right-hand side. Everybody gets away quite fine. Down towards turn number 1. Will it be the Mark 1 of Lesieur? No, it's going to be Heidenrich. Then it's going to be probably Neandertoy would be the next man that goes through there. We pick up those mid-pack cars down towards turn number 2. Lesieur in that Golf, he's just got to look, see as the Skyline and the BMW just put the power down up the Joubert straight and below straight past him.
Yeah, that's Steven Heidenrich and Neandertoy. And is that the 4 car of Rozig Harris? Yes, it is. Rozig Harris in that number 4 white Golf. There you see him come through now. He is busy flying through the field, is Rozig Harris, as they make their way towards us. We'll pick them up as the sun goes down there over Bloberg, using the track and a touch more as they make their way through. Racing now down the back straight. It is Steven Heidenrich from Neandertoy down the back bay. Michael Lesieur, Josef Hendriksen up on his inside is the Rozig Harris Golf there, side by side. Harris gets the move done there on him as he works his way through turn number 5, Fostron.
Oh, but high in the apex of the corner, but gets it all back together right in there behind Lesieur. The rest of the guys coming through. So those Class A cars on their way down towards turn number 1. Heidenrich, the Toy and Lesieur. Then it is Rozig Harris. That's the white Mark 1 Golf. Hendricks directly in behind. Oh, lock up by Lesieur. Coming in on that inside line is Cher, and Cher locks up that right-hand front as well, just ahead of Van Rooyen. The next man to come through there was, in fact, Gous, who leads his Class D.
So a car squirming there on your TV in turn 1. That was Gary Manwaring that just got that car slightly out of shape as we watch this group of cars go through. There is coming through now. That is Gasper. That's in there just ahead of him as Stephen Gous. Then we've got this fight between Smith, that's Gary Smith and Gary Manwaring, as we watch the leaders make their way through Saddle Sweep. And as a matter of fact, as they make their way down the back straight, Neandertoy is getting a lot closer now to the leader, Steven Heidenrich, as they work their way down to 5 Fostron.
Massive amounts of power underfoot there for Neandertoy, closing up on the back end of Heidenrich. Remember, Heidenrich stripped a diff. They put a 3.9 in there. They needed a 3.7. And, well, it's going to be incorrectly geared for this one. Either way, doing the best that he can with what he's got is Steven Heidenrich. But it's all about the Toy that's putting the pressure on up front in Class A. Lesieur gets passed by Harris. Harris, the leading Class B car, locks up that left-hand front. Can he rotate that car quick enough? Well, Lesieur holds on now in front of Harris. He's recovered that position, that ahead of Hendricks that was smoking earlier on. Then it is Lambert is the next one through behind that.
Yeah, then we've got JP Shea and Graham van Rooyen, but the battle just gone out of your screen there. That's a fight for the lead, and Neandertoy is crowding that back bootlet there of the Steven Heidenrich machine as they make their way through Interceptor corner. Working up the hill, and this fight's not done here yet between Lesieur and Harris. Lesieur and Harris going one-on-one. That's the two of them. And right behind them is the Beamer of Josef Hendricks, followed there by Jaco Lambert and JP Shea and Graham van Rooyen and Stephen Gous as well, as we pick them up, racing down the leaders towards turn 5, Pertamina Fostron.
1 minute 21.61 for Neanderthal on the previous lap. A 121.5 being the cutoff point. Oh, these two Mark 1 Golfs still having a massive titanic struggle as the Class A leaders have now broken away at the front. It's Heidenreich from the toy. Harris gets himself ahead of this year, the leading Class B car. There come Hendricks in the BMW. Lambert down into the brake markers. JP Shea coming through with the BMW. Then it is Van Rooyen. Then the black car coming through. That is Ghost. That's the leader in Class C. Algan Gaspar ahead of Smith. Then a bit of a gap back to what would have been Waring, but it's Olin that is the next man that comes through. Something's happened to man Waring.
Going through your shot there, you see Dexter Bruce and Jenna O'Lane. And then we've got Charles Opperman, but let's go back to the front runners that are now working their way through turn number 4, Saddle Sweep. Neanderthal was only 7/10 of a second behind Heidenreich. That gap has got massively big between the two of them as they work their way down to turn 5. We saw smoke come out the back end there of the Josef Hendricks cars. We watched the two leaders make their way out of Pertamina Fostron. That is P1 and P2. Then Razik Harris now ahead there of Michael Assure for 3 and 4. Then P5 coming into view now. That is Josef Hendricks. Then Jaco Lambert. Behind Jaco Lambert, we got Shea. That's JP Shea. Graham van Rooyen coming through. Stephen Hoos. Algan Gaspar. Then you got Gary Smith. He's the next one that you see coming out of Fostron there. And right behind him is Dexter Bruce and lady racer Jenna O'Lane.
Yep, then comes the first of the Class D cars. That's the 89 of Charles Opperman. Phillips directly in there behind him. The second of the Detoys is the next one that comes through behind that. Leaders on their way out of turn number 2. And I think they're on their way to 4 already. Heidenreich now starting to make a gap from the toy, but I think the toy's having a bit of fun out there. I think he's battling to stop himself from hanging that tail end out and smoking those rear tires.
It's hanging out heavily, and this fight is still going on. You just saw it behind them. That's the one between Razik Harris and Michael Assure. There goes the toy. This fight coming towards us now, and Harris is slowing down, I think.
Yeah, he's
slowing down a little bit as they make their way into turn number 5, into Fostron, because he was right on the case there of Lassier as he is slowing. Yeah, he's losing a lot of ground there to Michael Lassier. I saw a bit of smoke come out the front left-hand side of that car. But on the other hand, Jaco Lambert, that just went out of your screen there, well, there he's right on the case of Josef Hendricks. So these two are side by side. As a matter of fact, he's got his nose ahead now of Hendricks. Going into 1 is Jaco Lambert.
Is Hendricks also going slightly slower? I almost think he's a little bit slower, is Hendricks at the moment, because somehow Lambert seems to be hauling away from him. And I think he's just slowed it down just a little. That be the case, then he must keep an eye out for that man, JP Shea, that is now closing down. And that for first, second, and third in Class B.
Yeah, Graham van Rooyen is not too far. There goes van Rooyen in that red Golf. And then we've got Algan Gaspar that is right there on the case of Stephen Hoos as they make their way through Interceptor Shoeware corner. There is Hoos and there is Algan Gaspar coming through as well.
Frankie, of Class C. That's the Class C battle that you're talking about.
Right, let's have a look now as they're busy work their way around. The front runner is heading into turn 1. The front runner is heading into turn 1. Here comes Neanderthal. There is Heidenreich. 5.4 seconds between Heidenreich and the toy for P1. 4.1 between the toy and Lassier for third place. Jaco Lambert, that's leading Class B, is there in that 4th position. He's going to put a lap on one of the slower cars as he picks him up going into turn number 1. Does Jaco Lambert, and JP Shea and Josef Hendricks is having their own fight. But remember that Shea did get his nose ahead there of Hendricks, followed here by Graham van Rooyen and Stephen Goos. Algan Gasper, Gary Smith also coming into your shot there as you go back to Shea and Hendricks and Opperman. That's heading, sorry, Van Rooyen, that's heading into 2.
Remember that Hendricks was 0.075 that he was behind on the previous lap. He got passed by JP Shea, and there is still another 4 seconds between them, so that is how much he's dropped off the place. Rasich is a lot slower than what he was earlier on.
Right, that is the man that Gary is talking about, and that is Rasich Harris. That's got problems, but ooh, look at that car stepping out. As a matter of fact, because that car is sliding around, Michael Lucia has caught him, and this is the beginning of the final lap. This is the last lap, and he is right on his case. There's 0.6 of a second between Tatoy and Lucia as they pick up a back marker, the two of them. That white Golf just holds its line and lets the BMW and the Golf through.
Remember, that is for second and third in the race, and second and third in class as well. This year, all over the back end of Neanderthal. I almost think that the Sir car is prepared in the Neanderthal garage, but I speak under correction.
We might have overtaking maneuver here. Yes, we do. We do. Michael Lucia has got his nose ahead of a Neanderthal. Remember, this is the final lap. We've got to pick up the race leader. There he goes, down the back straight, Gaza. We can just pick him up, heading down into turn number 5. That is Steven Heidenreich, way down the road. He was 9.1 seconds ahead of the toy when they started this lap. Now he's all on his ace as he works his way out of turn 5, Fostron corner, through turn 5A, and brings it home in P1 to the checkered flag. Steven Heidenreich, there's second and third. Well, just the third, because second's ahead of him, and that's that man you see there. That's Michael Lucia. He will come home in second. Neanderthal will do enough to finish in that third spot. That's a back marker coming through. There comes a toy, and he slows down. Neanderthal on the last lap in turn 5A slows down. He'll lose that spot to Lambert, and he might even lose it to JP Shea. He's going to lose out to both of them. Oh, he's rolling to the line. He will finish. He will finish. Is he going to finish ahead of Hendricks? Yes, he does. And Van Rooyen is on the case of Hendricks. Then it is Stephen Goos and Algan Gasper across the line. Gary Smith comes to the checkered flag. Whew. Then you've got a slower car. Then Dexter Bruce is the next man that is on the lead lap in P11. Where is Lady Racer Jenna O'Lane? She should finish in 12th. Here she comes towards the flag now. Is Gemma. As the cars just filter through, Charles Opperman will finish his race. And the rest of the guys just come through as well. Phillips, John De Silva, Evert de Toy in the block of flats finishes. The other lady racer, Mia Bench, also making her way to the flag. Wow, that was some great action in the Thermo Clubman Saloons.